Hello, this is High Templar with my Total War Warhammer Mechanics video, and today we'll be talking about artillery matchups. So some time ago I did artillery matchups for the dwarf cannon, and I was asked to extend that because that was only against Doomdiver and Hell Cannon. I thought those one will point out the stats and how it shows, but there are maybe few interesting cases and there is still some controversy about it. So I just want to go through them and explain what and how. I already actually commented on my previous video how it will go down, but still I want to show you what I mean and show you how it goes down and explain you why. So firstly, I will go with Field Trebuchet against the cannon. So the Trebuchet is only slightly less expensive and I'm starting at superior range, so I will fire at those dwarfs cannon when they are still moving into position to fire at me. And those Trebuchets are actually dealing quite a number of armor piercing damage. However, they are not very accurate. And there is very little damage done on this unit. Also, their explosive armor piercing damage is 65, and those dwarves still have 40 armor, so the explosion itself also wouldn't kill a dwarf. See, this guy got up. And that was second salva dealt by my Trebuchet before those guys got into position. Now let's see how that will change now. So third salva will go, but the cannon should be able to fire, or yeah, at least single one fired. And they are already starting to fire straight at Trebuchets. And firing at this one, as you can see. And we already have 3 Trebuchets. And yeah, that was very quick. The Trebuchet is very big. The crew has only 15 armor. The cannon is much more accurate. And Trebuchet has very low leadership, whereas cannon has a very high leadership. And that high leadership is very important. And it will be very important in our next matchup. So let's go cannon versus great cannon. I heard people telling that this is stupid because dwarfs cannon are worse than the Empire ones, because Empire's ones are the same, they just have better stats. And I was thinking, well, that's certainly not the stats I read. So let's compare those pieces. Empire cannon has missile damage of 192 and also very similar the same as the dwarf cannon, but has 30 more range. The same ammo. But the stats for the dwarf cannon is obviously bigger for the melee. Quite significantly bigger, I would say. However, the leadership is much lower. It's 55 compared to 71. Well, with this boosting from the leader, and the armor is 20 against 40, so that's quite significant. You will see that's not significant because most of this damage is armor piercing. It is really, and I will show you why. Also, the cannon's accuracy is not shown here, but the cannon is less accurate and at the same time has less health by only 100, but still it is less. So it gave one volley and only one volley before the cannon got into the range to attack. And see, this is what I mean. This cannon is already down half to their health, whereas this cannon is holding very well. And with 61 leadership, whereas this one got dropped to 32. So you will see that they are going to rout, and they actually hit the other cannon, and now the other cannon exploded. There is now 4 versus 2, and that was very quick. And now the leadership broke. this cannon still has a lot ammo. While that was in not every matchup you will get such a positive outcome, because the cannon, while this is quite more accurate and the great cannon is slightly bigger than the cannon, it won't hit two cannons like that very, very shortly, but it will kill. The probability says that it will kill great cannon before the great cannon will kill single of those cannons, and the lower leadership will make the great cannon run. And at the same time, 3/4 or 2/3 at least of the ammo on that cannon was still there. So that's pretty impressive. Lastly, I'm bringing the least interesting matchup. This is Cygor versus the cannon. So the Cygor has a range of 400, which makes him less effective, and with this last patch, his accuracy was nerfed quite significantly. At the same time, he has stupendous missile damage with explosive armor-piercing damage of 85. Still won't be killing single dwarf on one hit. Although, actually it might. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the health for those guys, but let's just see how this matchup works, because I thought this is quite obvious, because Cygor is very big. So we have a very nice hit from Cygor, very close to the cannons, but not dealing that much damage. Now that he made something, but you can see that the Cygor is getting stun locked, and he's going down and down and stun locked and down and stun locked. And this is actually the worst matchup I got against Cygor, because those guys are spending their ammunition and almost fully, and this guy is still alive and still throwing stones at them, where this is not the case for most parts, and he's dead. So the great armor piercing damage and everything, he killed 14 guys of the crew out of 32, so that is quite good achievement. However, mind that he is twice as expensive as the cannon. So he lost being twice as expensive. So not good matchup to use him against enemy cannons, and very good matchup to use cannons against Cygor, because he's very dangerous even when his ammunition runs out, because he is quite good at pounding things. He's a giant after all. And I feel this is how he is supposed to be used. Many people use him just as an artillery piece, but he's not very good artillery piece. Whereas as a giant who can throw 3 stones while charging at an enemy and then engage him and tank 8,000 damage and still have some health on him to fight, that is very impressive. And when he disengages, he can still throw stones. So yeah, that's big in my book. Very versatile unit. Anyhow, this would be artillery matchups for the cannon, and I will bring more artillery matchups today. So I hope you like it. If you did, press like, comment if you will, and see my other videos with Total War Warhammer Mechanics and DLC speculation videos, but also my Let's Plays from Total War series and other games. Thank you for watching, and see you later.